Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this reading for the new moon in Cancer. Cancer season is upon us. Happy birthday to those who are Cancerians, and happy new moon to all of us. So if you're new to my readings, hello and welcome in. If you're not new to my readings, hello, welcome back. I always recommend having a journal on hand for my reading. I usually use 3 different colored writing utensils. One color for the card. I write down anything that's on the card. Then I write down in another color what the reader's interpretation of the card is. And lastly, in the 3rd color, I write down what my own intuition and guidance from the message is, how it relates to my life, what I think it is guiding me to, and any inspirations that I receive from it. So you can watch these readings however you want, but that is my recommendation. My intention is always to align this guidance for your highest good and the highest good of all. No matter when you receive this information, the intention is that there is a knowing that you will be watching this and that you will be receiving the message for you. I also intend that this guidance guide you back to the wise instinctive knowing that exists within you. We all have access to inner guidance within us. And the spiritual tools of the cards are really here to help us to activate that knowing. All of our spiritual tools are for that. So as much fun as it is to play with the cards and to get guidance from them, I always encourage you to remember that this is intended to activate your own knowing. Don't give your power away to the messages. Allow the messages to activate the power within. What does a new moon mean? So a new moon is this phase of the moon lunar cycle where we are in new beginnings. We are in new energy. There is this moment of starting again. And the way that I will offer my readings to you is to draw a card for you based on where this new moon is occurring in your chart. So this new moon is occurring in Cancer at 7 degrees and 23 minutes. We are going to know or look up where in our chart this degree point shows up for you. So when you were born, all of the zodiac was in the sky, right? And what was in the space around us. And so somewhere in your chart, there is Cancer 7 degrees, 23 minutes. We're going to find out what house that is in for you, and we're going to get guidance based on that. This may sound more confusing than it actually is. If you want to watch my tutorial video that takes you through a little bit more in depth how to find where any astrological event is occurring for you in your chart, go ahead and watch that tutorial video. It's in the description here. You're going to need to access your birth chart, which I have a link to in the description here, a link to a birth chart free. You can just enter in your birth data. You will need to know your birth time. If you don't know your birth time, I have a link in the description to a tutorial video that'll take you into a process for how to dowse for your birth time. And once you run the chart, I just recommend saving it. That way you can always access it again. It might seem like a lot of work at first, but it's really probably less than 10 minutes, even if you don't know your birth time, okay? So you're going to be looking at the Placidus chart. It looks like this. Here it is. It's the 2nd chart that you will receive if you do the Cafe Astrology birth chart, which is linked here. So it's the 2nd chart on the page once you enter in all your birth data. What we are doing with this chart is we're looking for where Cancer 7 degrees, 23 minutes occurs. In order to find that, we need to know 2 things. Hey, nice to see you live. Welcome in. So we need to know 2 things to find out where Cancer 7 degrees, 23 minutes shows up. First thing we need to know is that the degree points go from 0 to 30. The second thing we need to know is the order of the zodiac signs. So Gemini is before Cancer, and Cancer is before Leo. So we are in this Cancer season. We're looking for this Cancer sign. So we're going to look at this chart here for the word Cancer. This one's easy because it does have a Cancer here. If you don't have Cancer in the Placidus chart, you're going to look for where it says Gemini. Okay, and you're going to look for, if there's two Geminis, like look up here where it says 1ASC and then it says 2 and they both say Virgo. So you're going to look for the second Gemini sign if for some reason you have two houses in Gemini. Okay, so here let's look at this person's chart. Down where it says XI, which means 11. This says Cancer, and then we're going to look at the degree point. It says 1 degree 56 minutes. Okay, so that means that 7 comes after 1, right? And so this person's 7 degrees 23 minutes in Cancer happens in their 11th house. If this said Cancer 11 degrees whatever minutes, then that would mean that this house didn't start until after the 7th degree of Cancer, which would mean that this person's 7 degrees in Cancer would happen in the house prior to the where it says Cancer. So in this case, for this person, it would have been in their 10th house if it said Cancer 11 degrees whatever minutes. I hope that helps. If you need more explanation, again, I did do a tutorial video on this, and if you just want to reach out, I will help walk you through how to find this for yourself. We are going to get into the card drawing part of this reading. So I'm going to be consulting the Modern Mystic Tarot by Crystal Doty. She is my mentor. She's an absolutely fabulous human being, a love and a light in this world. And she created this deck and she's trained me in it. And I just love using this deck. So I'm going to draw a card here for all of the houses, and then we'll go into it from house number 1 to house number 12. So stay tuned if you're watching live, and if you're watching replay, just scroll ahead to your house. I mean, you can watch me draw the cards too, but you don't need to. That's house 1. Let's find out where house 2 is. Where's the second house? There's second house. All right. All right, show me clearly the third house. Thank you. Fourth house. There you are. Fourth house, you got a little extra energy going on. Okay, let's see if I can remember that when we go into it. Fifth house. 6th and 7th came out together. 8th house, there you are. 9th house. Ooh, 9th and 10th came out together. We're looking for the 11th house now. 11th and 12th came out together. Perfect. Okay. Oh. Ha 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 ha. I totally forgot to turn on my other camera, y'all. Let's see if I can fix this real quick while we're live. I knew I was forgetting something. Let's do this. Sorry guys, give me a second. Okay, let's see if this works. I don't know if it will do it while we're live. We'll find out. Sorry, first house, you get a little bit of a wait here. Yay! Okay, almost there. Okay. Hi, first house. So this new moon in Cancer happens in your first house. Welcome to your reading. First house is the house of self. So the theme of this new moon for you is going to be all around your identity. All of these aspects that are listed here: consciousness, appearance, identity, ego, focus. This is the realm with which this guidance that's coming through for you is going to apply, and where this moon is going to hit most strongly for you. So this moon is a phase that's 30 days long, I guess. It's going from June 28th to July 28th. So this advice is good for that time period. Let's see what cards you have. Okay. when it comes to yourself, you are receiving a perspective shift with this new moon in Cancer. Cancer energy is all about family. It's all about loyalty. It's all about this beautiful emotional expression that's very dependable and responsive. And so you're having a perspective shift when it comes to yourself in relationship to this energy, in relationship to your dependability, in relationship to your family, in relationship to your emotions. There's this big epiphany or awakening, looking at things differently, and a lightening up that's coming through for you. So when it comes to how you're looking at yourself, lighten up a little bit with your own self-judgment and reflection and your own inner dialogue. There's going to be something that happens that's actually going to lighten it up for you. You might not even have to consciously make that choice, but be aware that there is this lightning that's coming through, and allow yourself to see things from a different perspective. When you find yourself really stuck in a viewpoint, see if you can do something to shift it, even putting yourself upside down for a little bit. Seeing the world literally upside down will help you to shift your viewpoint and could actually help you shift a awareness or understanding that you're having trouble moving through. Especially when it comes to yourself, you're going to see yourself very much differently than you have before, and it's going to be a beautiful opening for you, I feel, especially since this Cancer energy is like the energy of this family, this energy of this like big hug that wraps around you, and this emotional expression. I'm feeling into this and seeing if there's anything more that wants to come through for you, first house. Look at yourself in the mirror. Allow yourself to really make eye contact with you. Allow yourself to really feel whatever comes up when you look at yourself in the mirror, when you look into your own eyes. That can actually help shift your perspective of yourself as well, because we very rarely connect with our own essence through physical eye contact, and seeing ourselves from a different perspective sometimes actually means just seeing ourselves, right? This perspective that we always have of ourselves is from the view that we see in the outside world, right? We're very rarely looking within ourselves. We're usually looking out. So maybe that's an invitation for you to do some mirror work, to connect with yourself in the mirror and to help you see yourself very much differently, but also with a lightness of heart, because there is this lightening up energy here. So as you look at yourself and as you see things there may be things that at first you don't like. Allow yourself to sit with that, but don't get into the self-judgment and blame and finger pointing and wishing things were differently about yourself. Really stick with what is coming up for you, and then send love to it. Be like, oh, I love that imperfection. I love that wrinkle, that freckle, that mole, that asymmetry, whatever it is, okay? I love that tiredness that I'm seeing right now, because that means that this person's living a full life, or whatever it is, right? Just try to love what you're seeing in the mirror as well. That's the advice that's coming through for you, first house. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. Remember, I have other readings that are relevant right now that are free, and I forgot to mention this at the beginning, so each one of you get this little plug. If you feel supported by these readings and feel called to contribute financially, you can do so at PayPal. The link is in the description here, but it's paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. Thank you so much, and as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. Hi, second house. Welcome into your reading. This new moon in Cancer happens in your second house. This is the house of value. When it comes to possessions, finances, self-worth, exchange of energy, and materials. So this is where the new moon is occurring for you. Cancer is this energy of family. It's this energy of emotions. It's this energy of dependability, loyalty, responsiveness. And so these themes are going to be present within what you are valuing this month. And this is the lunar month that I'm talking about. So for the entire lunar phase of this new moon, so from June 28th to July 28th, this is when this lesson, this energy, this focus is going to be present. I'm going to flip over your card here and dive into what the guidance is relating to this. Okay, here we go. You can always pause the video to spend some time with the card and receive any messages that are coming through for you before I describe it. You have the Eight of Earth. So the Eight of Earth is about the illusion of being trapped, self-sabotage, feeling powerless or victimized. And this is particularly when it comes to your finances and your wealth. And it's this energy of not being able to let go of where you think you should be going and allow yourself to see the freedom beyond you. So for example, she's holding on to these bars. She's seeing something through the bars that she wants to get to, but she can't. She's stuck. But if she would just let go of the bars and turn around, she'd see that she's not caged in behind her, that there's another direction for her to go. And she can choose to walk in that direction if she allows herself to let go of what she's holding on to and lets go of this feeling of being imprisoned and lets go of whatever it is that she thinks is freedom on the other side of those bars. Because those bars are there for a reason, not to harm her or hurt her or to cage her in, but to keep her from going in a direction that doesn't serve her, that isn't aligned with what her soul really wants. It's like the head is trying to direct her into a direction, but her heart is like, honey, your peace, your love, your purpose, your creativity, whatever it is that you're looking for, the finances, the self-worth that the theme of the second house has. All of this stuff that you're looking for isn't in the direction that you've been trying to go and been thwarted in going. So let go of the bars, turn around, go the other way, and see what's there to explore when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your self-worth, when it comes to this value, what you value in your life. It feels like you're valuing something that is not of true worth to you and to your soul's mission. Okay. And it might be that you turn around and walk another direction, and then all of a sudden you notice that there's the end of these bars, and you could just go around, and you might actually end up going towards whatever it is that you are valuing. But right now it's blocked, and you have to go a different direction in order to move forward. Whether or not you get to where you're trying to go right now and blocked is kind of irrelevant, because that's not where your journey is leading you at this time. So yeah, this lunar month, really allow yourself to reevaluate where in your value system you are feeling stuck, where in your possessions, where in what you're putting your worth and your importance into. Where do you feel stuck, trapped, and victimized? And how can you turn around, so to speak, and go a different direction when it comes to that? How can you focus on something else? So sometimes when we're focusing on like something that we really want and we're trying to manifest it and it's not coming, simply shifting to something else that we want, that feels easier, feels lighter, feels freer, can really be helpful. Just setting down that like putting down that thing that you're valuing and picking something else up that you truly value as well, so that you can go that direction instead. One other thing that's coming through for me to share with you is this practice of the satisfaction game. So instead of just covering up the feelings that you have about where you are, where you want to be, and how you're not there, and just being like, oh, well, I'm just going to imagine that I'm in a happier place. You actually activate your own satisfaction by truly stating, whenever you feel it, whenever you recognize it, whenever you search for it, what feels satisfying to you. So doing these card readings for you, for us, feels very satisfying to me. So I just call it out. I'm like, wow, doing these card readings feels really satisfying. Watching the breeze through the trees feels really satisfying. Looking at that hummingbird on the feeder feels really satisfying. And just allowing yourself to talk about the things that you value and you find satisfying, that helps you shift from this like banging your head against these bars for the things that you value and want and aren't receiving. You can really just fully appreciate what is already here, the simplest things that you can find satisfaction for, and allowing yourself to speak your satisfaction for it. All right, second house, that completes your message. Thank you so much for watching. I forgot to mention at the beginning that you can support me financially for these. If you feel called, you can donate at paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. You can also go to my website at devotedandvulnerable.com/services if you want to sign up for a personal half-hour reading recording. So as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors that universal light within you. Namaste. Hello, third house. Welcome into your reading for the new moon in Cancer. So the third house is the house of communication. So this theme in your life is going to be active for the next month here, lunar month, which goes from June 28th to July 28th. You're going to be seeing this Cancerian quality, which is about family, which is about emotions, which is about responsiveness and dependability, coming up around your communication, how you communicate to others, how you use your language, how you use technology, how you perhaps are dealing with an early education situation. So perhaps you're a teacher, perhaps you're working with early education, and there's going to be this family Cancerian quality to this realm of your life this month. And so we are going to see what the Modern Mystic Tarot has to say about your communication realm this month. Ooh, I love it. Hello. Look at what you got. Third house, the Star card. Hope, magic, you're on the right path. Make long-term plans and make a wish. Love. Yes. So this is an awesome wow, what was I gonna say? Empowered? I wasn't what I was gonna say, but it's like this really magical month for you. It's this, your communications this month are going to be on fire. And I just mean in a good way, like lit up. They're going to help you to communicate your dreams. You're going to be in this energy of feeling very much like the universe is conspiring to support you. You know, transportation just is going to flow, and you're just going to have this like ease of travel, it feels like. You're also going to be communicating your dreams. You're also going to be making wishes. And whatever it is in this communication realm, you're really going to feel this magic wish upon a star energy. It could also be if you've been wishing for something in your family life, you're going to feel like you are a star of your family. You're going to feel like the spotlight's on you. You're really going to have this beautiful relationship with your family when it comes to how you're communicating with your family, also with your emotions and how you're communicating your emotions, and especially when you're communicating your hopes and your dreams and the emotions that are around that. This is a very aligned and empowered area of your life right now, and you're gonna feel kind of like a star, like a almost like not quite like a celebrity, but just like a, you know, like the universe is really making you feel special. And there's just little things that are happening, little communications from the universe, right? That are really helping you to feel this starlight energy coming through you. I'm just tapping in to see if there's any more guidance that's coming through on my end to support you. I really feel that you guys are complete here. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited for you in this lunar phase and this area of your life to really be to really help you to feel like the star that you are, and help to communicate your emotions, and help to make your dreams and wishes come true, especially when it comes to family energies. So yeah, what a good month for you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do have other readings that are available. You can go to my site to find that. The link is in the description here, along with a link to donate if you found this helpful and supportive. It's not necessary, but it is always appreciated. And there's my services on my website as well that can bring you into another reading. If you wanted to do a reading that will take you deeper into what's going on in your life and give you more guidance if you're looking for that. And that's all I have. Have a wonderful new moon in Cancer season, and thank you so much for tuning in. Namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. Hi, fourth house. Welcome in. Fourth house deals with So the fourth house is the house of home, ruled by Cancer. So this is a very comfortable alignment for you. This deals with family, ancestry, youth, origins, and nurturing. So this area of your life is very activated this month. It's also ruled by the moon. So this is just a lot of support for you here in this area of your life. Let's find out what the Modern Mystic Tarot has to say and guidance for this lunar phase when it comes to your home. Eight of Earth energy. Learning all there is to know about a subject, school, or training. Beautiful. So this is specific in relationship to family, ancestry, origins, nurturing. So you are learning all there is to know about one of these subjects. So if there's like some sort of ancestral calling, heritage that you're called to learn, even if it's not your biological ancestry, even if it's just some sort of other tradition or heritage that you're really looking into getting to learning more about, go for it. If you're wanting to learn more about your own origins, your own ancestry, dive into that. If you want to learn more about your family members, dive into that, your own culture, another culture, whatever you're called to. I have the feeling that as soon as I said this, you kind of already knew what it was. But if nothing came to you, just be open for something to like smack you in the face. Hopefully not literally, but like that like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is what I want to learn more about. And this is how it relates to family energy. This is how it relates to Cancer energy. It's really aligned for you to dive deeper into this subject when it comes to your home. Maybe it's just a feng shui book, right? Or learning about how to manage the energy of your home. Something like that as well could be what this is indicating. I have a feeling you're going to know for yourself what this is indicating. As I said, I always want these readings to align with your own knowing. So I'm actually not pulling through the knowing for you. I'm working on activating the knowing within you and inviting you to come up with the answers yourself. As much as I can guide you there, I also want you to be able to access that information and knowing within you. Nurturing too. So if there's some like parenting book I'm feeling, that might be something you're learning all you can know about, or love languages, right? Because there's this, we all have different love languages. And so when we learn where our values are, we can, and where other people's values might be, we can learn how to honor those, especially in a family situation. And a parent-child situation is more likely than in a romantic situation, because this is the home house rather than the relationship house or the love house. So I hope that helps you guys. Dive in, make the plans, pick up the book, sign up for the course, go to the library, do the research, really dive into whatever's lighting you up here in this house, and know that it's really supported for you from June 28th to July 28th. Thank you, fourth house, for tuning in. I have other free readings available that are still relevant and active right now for some cycles that we are in. You can go to my website to check that out, devotedandvulnerable.com/readings. You can also contribute to me financially if you are supported by these readings and called to do so, paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. And if you want your own personal 30-minute pre-recorded reading, you can go to devotedandvulnerable.com/services. As always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. Hello, fifth house. Welcome into your reading. So this moon in Cancer, which is all about family and loyalty and responsiveness and dependability and emotions, is happening in your house of pleasure. So these qualities are going to be present in how you're having fun, the games you're playing, the pleasurable activities you're engaging in, your hobbies. It could be energy around your first child being activated here. So this is energy that's active from June 28th to July 28th. Let's see what the Modern Mystic Tarot wants to say about this house of pleasure for you this month. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Queen of Water. So the Queen of Water represents mastered emotions. She is effervescent. Look at her just laughing and the wind is blowing through her hair. She is the embodiment of pleasure. This is unconditional love energy, emotional harmony, lightheartedness. This is being patient, being fun-loving, and letting yourself laugh. Cancer is a water sign. So it really feels like this watery vibration. You are embodying it and you are expressing it and you are letting yourself laugh. You are going for where you're having fun and what feels really pleasurable and good to you. So I don't really have advice for you around this, except if you notice yourself not feeling like the Queen of Fire or Queen of Water, if you're not feeling this effervescent, loving, like wind blowing through your hair on the beach kind of vibe, then go play a game, go do something fun, go pick up a hobby, engage with your first child, laugh with them, joke with them, whatever that energy is for you. Go seek it. If you find yourself in a lull, if you find yourself in this energy, just continue flowing with it, allow it to move you. But if you are struggling to reach this embodiment, then make your priority having fun, make your priority laughing. Go to a comedy show, watch a comedy on TV, make jokes with friends, do a laughing meditation. Laughing meditations are so fun and so awkward and hilarious. Like, it's just basically like laughing. You can just laugh, or you can do like ha ha, like laugh, do one ha, then two ha's, then three ha's, and so on and so forth, until you're like are just laughing at how silly it is. But let yourself be silly, let yourself laugh, and go for that this month, and let it shift you out of whatever energies might be heavier for you. And do it with your family, because this is in Cancer, and Cancer is all about family. Okay. Yes. Have fun. I always love the fifth house. It's like, what an awesome area of our lives to focus on pleasure. Okay. Fifth house, that's all I have for you. This is Vice is valid until the new moon in Leo, which happens on July 28th. So from now until July 28th, this is your advice. You can support me financially and donate if you want to for this free reading. It's linked in this description here. You can go to my website to get a personal reading, 20 minutes or 30 minutes long. It's pre-recorded. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. Hi, sixth house. Welcome into your reading. So this new moon in Cancer, all about family, all about dependability, all about responsiveness, is happening and occurring and focusing for you on your sixth house, which is your house of health. This has to do with your physical health, your vitality, your service to others, your own healing, pets, and routines. So let's find out what the Modern Mystic Tarot wants you to know about your health this month. Yes. Three of Water. Woo! It's a celebration on the beach. There's friendship, community, celebration, and the need to have more fun. So when it comes to your health, part of what is helping you be healthy is to have fun, is to go out with your friends, is to go out in the sun, is to go out in the beach, to the beach. It's to go out and let yourself be in community, be in friendship, and revel in that and absorb that and celebrate that. So the advice really here this month for you is to have more fun and to know that it's for your own health, that this fun is not just a waste. Like sometimes we think fun is just like, it's fun, but it doesn't serve a purpose, right? It's just fun. But for you, it really does serve a purpose this month. It's really helping your health. It's helping you to heal. It's helping you to clear energy. There's also an element of service here, where being around community and being around your friends, you can be of service to that group and allow your community to also be supportive for you. Allow yourself to go out and celebrate. If you're invited to celebration this month, definitely try to make it. Honor yourself where you are, but know that if you're in a low place, that this invitation that's coming through, especially since this message is here for you, is an invitation to go have more fun, okay? And to open your heart to moving out of a darker place, if that's where you are in your health, in your mental, emotional, physical, spiritual health. This is going to help bring you vitality to let yourself have more fun, to go and celebrate, and to join in community with your friends. Yeah? Awesome. 7th house, I'm sending you so much love. Oh, 6th house. 6th house, I'm sending you so much love for this lunar phase from now until the 28th of July. Thank you for being here. If you want to support me financially, you can do that at Devoted Vulnerable. It's paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. I have services on my website. You can check those out too. They're in the description here. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. Hello, 7th house. Welcome into your reading for the new moon in Cancer. Cancer is all about family. It's all about responsiveness, emotions, dependability. And this phase is happening in your 7th house. So the 7th house is the house of relationships, one-on-one relationships. So this could be long-term partnerships, marriages, enemies, contracts, business deals, business partners. So let's find out what the Modern Mystic Tarot wants you to know about how this Cancerian energy and this house of relationships is playing out for you this month. Ooh, yeah. Hello. Ooh, I'm getting all like dark and sultry here. You have the 4 of Fire. So this is domestic harmony, joy, stability, intimacy, and blessings. Yay! This new moon in Cancer is bringing so much juicy goodness to all of us, and definitely you, 7th house. Hello. I mean, this is your house of relationships, and this is like the ideal relationship, right? The domestic harmony is here for you. Reach out and grab it. Celebrate it. Definitely some fire energy here, so I'm feeling like campfire energies. Even if it's not romantic for you, you're feeling stability in your business relationships. You're feeling blessings in your business relationships. Even feeling perhaps intimacy with your business partners, not in a sexual way, but just in like a deep connective way. But for most of us, for most of you, this is going to be really well, and is the vibration for you this month. And this is a great place to focus. This is a great place to allow yourself to like almost like retreat into. Retreat's not the right word that I'm saying, but to revel in, to find shelter in, depending on what else is going on in your life. Like sometimes when this area of our life is really good, we feel guilty for indulging in it, but that's really the energy here. It's like, yes, your relationships are being supported by this moon phase, being supported by this 7th house, and they're just going really well. So allow yourself to enjoy that. Allow that to help in other areas of your life, to support you through other things that might not feel as juicy and fiery as this. Yeah. All right. 7th house, that's your guidance for this month. There are more readings that are relevant right now. You can check out my website for those if you want access to them. devotedandvulnerable.com/readings. I also do personal readings, 30 minutes. I keep saying 20 minutes. Maybe I need to change. Anyway, 30-minute readings, pre-recorded, and we dive deep, like 30 minutes just for you about what's going on, and we get you guidance. If you want to ask a question, you can just send me that when you sign up, and we could dive into that, or we could just let the cards speak. And if you want to contribute for this reading, you can always donate to me. I'm willing to receive your donations. It really does help support me in what I'm doing. It's devoted, and it's paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. Link is in the description. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste, 7th house. Eighth house. Hello, welcome in. So this new moon in Cancer, this family, dependable, emotional, loyal energy is spotlighting, is starting a new energy, a new vibration, a new awareness around your 8th house. So this has to do with death and sexuality, transformation, spouse's money, inheritance, and rebirth. So let's see what the Modern Mystic Tarot wants to talk to you about this rebirth energy. Ooh, hello. Queen of Air. She's mastered clarity. She walks away from toxicity. She's independent. She's clear. She's insightful. She is communicative. She's wise. So this is the energy of, like, I'm really feeling this, like, walk away from toxicity. That's the first thing that I said. There could be a rebirth here for you, or there's this new phase, this new cycle of, like, being able to speak clearly, without judgment, without blame, but very, very clear in your communication with people, and especially with the toxic energies that might be in your space. I would specifically look within your family life, because this is in Cancer, and Cancer is all about family, but also within your emotions. You know, we can be toxic emotionally to ourselves. We want to blame it on everyone around us and be like, oh, that person's toxic, that person's toxic, that person's toxic. But if you're seeing toxic people in your space a lot, it's most likely because there is also an internal toxicity that is playing out. And these toxic people in your space are actually helping to awaken you to that own toxicity within. Sometimes it helps us to learn how to deal with toxicity by dealing with it externally, dealing with other people. But then that lesson of how to do it with others is also how to do it with that voice within. You know, how can you set a boundary with that voice within you that says, you're not good enough, you're not gonna make it, and the voice that's always like, what if this happens, 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 right? That voice, setting boundaries with that, being like, well, what if this happens, what if this happens, what if this happens, what if this happens, right? So just allowing yourself to walk away from external and internal toxicity. Definitely a transformation here for you. So it seems like a pattern of bringing toxic people into your life, or pattern of having toxic thoughts, is being transformed. Allow yourself to transform it with this Queen of Air energy, with this vibration of, like, cutting through the bullshit. Sorry about my language if that offends anybody. It could also be indicating an air sign for you, because the kings and queens and knights represent people. So it could actually be a air sign, a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius that you're having to set these boundaries with, especially if one of those occurs in your family and you're experiencing some energy there. There's going to be a transformation in this relationship for you. And you don't have to be attacking. There's not like this energy of defense. There's not this energy of attack here. It's just this energy of using clarity to start over, rebirth, right? There's this real rebirth energy here for you. So allow yourself to rebirth this relationship with toxicity externally and internally through clear communication. Awesome. 8th house, have a wonderful lunar cycle. This goes from June 28th to July 28th. If you are supported by this and feel like contributing, you can always do that. It's paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. There are more readings that are active and available on my website, devotedandvulnerable.com/readings. And if you do /services, you can access my services where I offer 30-minute pre-recorded readings to support you even deeper. And I have a chakra meditation service in there as well. So feel free to check those out if you're called. If you're not called, feel free to not be called. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. 9th house, welcome in. So this new moon in Cancer, all about family, all about dependability, all about emotions and responsiveness, is happening in your 9th house. This is the house of spirituality. So this is where you're going to be focusing this cycle on, and we're going to get more advice here in just a second, but this is about ideology. This is about your second partner energy, if that's in play for you. It's about travel. It's about law. It's about higher education. Let's see what the Modern Mystic Tarot advice is for this cycle for you. Aww. 6 of Fire. Homecoming, victory, good news is on its way, and awards. Wow, I love this for you. This is so exciting. And how does it relate to spirituality? That's a really good question. How does it relate to higher education? It might be awards in higher education. It might be good news when it comes to a second partner or travel. But yeah, it feels like this energy of this phase for you is really this homecoming, like this coming home to your spiritual nature. If you don't know what spirit means to you, what spirituality is for you, you're going to be coming home to that this month, right? Family energy is Cancer, so it could be a spiritual tradition within your family that you're coming home to in a deeper way. Or it could just be that it feels like coming home to family with a new spirituality that you are engaging in. This is a new moon in Cancer, so we do have this new energy in play here. So there's this perhaps new spiritual ideology that you are engaging in that feels like a homecoming. It's like, even though it's new, it feels like it's something that you've always known, but you've never really been able to access, right? Or you haven't fully appreciated and explored. It could also be this energy of traveling. You could be traveling, someone could be traveling to you, this person, this relationship, this family member, whoever this person is a very spiritual influence in your life. So they might be coming to you, you might be going to them, but there's this like homecoming with a spiritual family member that I'm feeling too, present for some of you. And again, awards in law or in higher education too is what's coming through, or good news in those areas. Yeah. What a wonderful gift from this new moon in Cancer. I'm excited for you, 9th house. This feels beautiful energy. I'm excited to see how it shows up in your life. Feel free to share what comes through for you this month. If you received value from this and want to contribute, you can financially at paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. There's more readings that are free and available on my website at devotedandvulnerable.com/readings. And then if you do the same URL /services, you will find my services. I do offer personal 30-minute pre-recorded readings that will give you advice for 30 minutes on whatever comes through. But you can also ask a question there too, and I dive into that. I like to do the pre-recorded just because my schedule is so random and it's hard to get one-on-one time with people. But also with the pre-recordings, you can take notes, you can pause, and I really think there's much value in being able to do that with a reading. When you're in person, you receive so much, and then it kind of goes out of your mind because you're not really engaging with the material. And you can always go back and review those readings too and see how things played out, which is always really fun. So thank you so much for being here, ninth house. I'm excited for your good news that's on its way when it comes to your family and spiritual energy. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. 10th house, hello, welcome in. New moon in Cancer happens in your 10th house. This is family energy, emotional energy, responsive, dependable energy, and it is all up in your ambition, your career, your society, your reputation, your power, your influence. All of this is being infused with this Cancerian energy, these family energies, these emotional energies. Let's find out what the Modern Mystic Tarot has to say when it comes to these energies. Okay. This card is always hard for me to get, so it's okay if this is evoking a response in you that's less than pleasant. But it is always to support you in your highest good. And so it is bringing your awareness to something in the realm of career, society, power, influence that you are blinding yourself to. She's blinded with her own hair. She is blinding herself to a truth, to an awareness, to a problem. It's like a denial of a problem and unwillingness to make a decision when it comes to your career, your ambition, your society. There's something here that needs you to look at it, that's inviting you to look at it, whether you want to or not. It might have to do with your emotions when it comes to this, because Cancer is this emotional energy. If you're in a family, if you're working with your family in a career way within your business, definitely looking at that, where there might be some denial there. It's really hard to work with family members because we want things to be a certain way and we don't want to see the truth of a situation because it could mean turbulence in the family relationship. But you are being invited to recognize this lunar phase from June 28th to July 28th. And yeah, just know that it's gonna work out for you. I'm just gonna see. Feeling like it's aligned to draw a clarifier card for you. Okay, so let's just get a clarifier card for you, 10th house. I don't know. I'll show you here. I don't know. Can't really see it. It's like, I promise I'm shuffling. Okay, I got it. All right. So in addition to this, 9 of Fire is coming through to tell you, you are on your way. Don't give up. Preparedness, perseverance, and believing in yourself is critical to navigating this 2 of air energy, okay? So you're almost at the finish line. It's just like, it's almost like you can't see the finish line because of this thing that you've blinded yourself to. And once you take off the blindfold, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm right there. This is all I needed to do in order to finish, okay? That's kind of the energy I'm feeling here. And don't give up. Don't be like, oh, this is too hard. Like, I can't take this blindfold off. I can't look at this thing. You can. You're almost there. You can get through this. And when you do, you know, you win the race, or you accomplish the goal. You cross the finish line. Yeah? Okay. Little intense there, 10th house. But you have this, and this new moon in Cancer is really supporting you in seeing this from a new perspective. And moving through the denial so that you can cross that finish line. And in your career, like, the finish line you're crossing has to do with this ambition. So whether it's in society or reputation or career, that's the finish line that you're crossing in that realm. Okay. So thank you so much for your support. Thanks for watching. You can always share this with people, get more people in, get more people supported with this beautiful medicine. And if you want to support me financially, you can do that. paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. It's linked in the description here, along with a link to my other readings that are relevant here, as well as my link to my services if you want to receive more support from me if you're called to that. As always, namaste, 10th house. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. 11th housers, hello and welcome in. This is our house. I'm here with you in this house with this new moon in Cancer energy. Oh, so our friendship life is being highlighted from June 28th to July 28th. And this is the energy of Cancer, which has to do with new beginning. Well, new moons have to do with new beginnings. And there is this family energy, this emotional energy, this responsive energy when it comes to friendships, community, wishes, charity, earned money. So this 11th house is the Aquarian energy as well. So it's not only friendships, but it's also like service to humanity. So let's see what the Modern Mystic Tarot wants us to know about this area of our life. Ooh, hello. Oh, big unexpected event that leads to powerful insight and change. The Tower card. Yeah. This feels big for you. This feels big for us. Yeah, there's this epiphany when it comes to how you're serving your community, your family energy, your emotional desires, your wishes, right? Your service. There's gonna be this big shift coming through here. So the Tower card in the traditional tarot has a negative connotation to it, and the Tower card in the Modern Mystic Tarot doesn't hold that energy. It's really just powerful insights that lead to change, and it's change within your community energy, with how you're serving, with where you're living, perhaps the community with which you're in. You receive like an understanding and awareness when it comes to that. Perhaps you're shifting communities, perhaps you're diving deeper into the one that you're in. Let me see what else is coming through here. I'm getting like messages for myself with this, so I'm working on clearing through those, but maybe they're messages for you as well. Yeah, you know what's coming through, I'll share it. So what's coming through for me is you know, I've had this dream of communal living, like a healing art, sustainable community for a long time. And this weekend I experienced like a glimpse of what that could look like. And it felt like home. It felt like a homecoming. So it was like this unexpected thing because I just kind of randomly ended up there, but nothing's random. And that was very powerful for me. So I feel like my Tower event kind of has already happened in this realm, but it might be more coming because we're not quite there yet. I'm recording this a day before the new moon, and then we're gonna have the whole lunar cycle to really sort this out. Don't be afraid of it is really what's coming through for me, and embrace it because it's directing you toward change. It's going to lead you to the community and the service and the earned money, earned income too, that you have been asking for, that you've been wanting. So the only reason it needs to be a unexpected, powerful event is because there's like this realignment that needs to happen, and it's like happening like that. That's kind of what I feel. And also she's, you know, sitting on top of this tower, like looking over this city, and there's just this energy of like feeling this higher perspective of the terrain, right? So you're getting this higher perspective too of when it comes to your community setting, when it comes to your service, like I was saying, and when it comes to your family, you know, like for me in that example, this event that I went to very much felt like members of my family Felt very home energy, which is this Cancerian energy. So you're looking for something with that vibration, an unexpected event or epiphany that leads you to a community that feels like home. Yeah. Or service that feels so right and good in your heart, right? Because Cancer is this emotional sign, this expressive sign. Cancer is the first water sign of the zodiac, and it's the last elemental expression of the first elements of the zodiac. So it's this beautiful, like, juicy sensory experience, and that's the energy here for you. All right, 11th house. I spent a little bit more time on that with us, but that's because I'm here with you, and so I can relate directly to that energy and vibration and bring through what's coming through for me in relationship to that. So I hope that was supportive. You can support me financially if you found value in this at paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. You can support me just by sharing this with people, just by commenting on here. That helps my algorithms and all that stuff. So however you're called to share and support, please feel free to do that. There are more free readings available on my site or on my social medias. You can check those out. There's some cycles that we're still involved in that you can get more advice and guidance and clarity on other areas of your life and other cycles that are going on in different places to focus. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. Hello, 12th house. Last but not least, here we are with you. New Moon in Cancer energy, family energy, responsiveness, emotional energy. This is a dependable, responsive vibration, and it's happening and occurring in the house of secrets for you. This is hidden desires, fantasies, the dream realm, rest and sleep, and also deals with your fears. So let's see what the Modern Mystic Tarot wants you to know about this phase, this cycle for you, what's becoming new with this new moon in this area of your life. Yeah, hello. You are traveling, new perspective, recovery, travel, and having to change location. Woohoo! So if you've been dreaming and fantasizing about taking a trip, your trip is coming. This energy is here for you. There's perhaps a new perspective when it comes to your fears, and you're moving locations, like figuratively, right? Or literally. But if it has to do with like your fear realm, you're receiving this new perspective. You're recovering from this pattern of fear that you've been in, and that's putting you in a different place emotionally, literally or figuratively. Sometimes when we make an internal shift, it appears as an external shift, but there really is this new perspective, this healing energy coming through when it comes to your desires, when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your fears. Tapping into this to see what else is coming through for me. You might even have a new perspective on what your dreams are. There might be a new dream that comes to you this month. And again, you're recovering from some fears that have been keeping you stuck, keeping you from moving forward. And yeah, this new moon in Cancer is really just inviting you to embrace this transition, to embrace this movement. This is the 6 of air. This is this, like, air is the sign of movement, is the sign of communication, it's the sign of travel, and by sign I mean element. And yeah, there's just this movement here. So the advice for you is just to be open to this new perspective, to this recovery, to leaving your fears behind. Like, she's got her bags packed, and you can be sure that she didn't take her fears with her. She has just packed all of her dreams and all of her desires, and she has taken those with her, and the rest is left behind. So that's kind of the vibration of what you're experiencing in this house for this lunar phase. There are more free readings available if you want to go check those out on my site. There's some that are still active and the cycles that are in play here. And this is all I got for you. You can support me financially if you received guidance from this and you have the finances to spare and the inclination to do so. paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. My website has different services that I offer, and those readings are available at devotedandvulnerable.com/readings. As always, namaste. The universal light within salutes and honors the universal light within. As always, namaste. Thank you for being here. That's it. That's the reading. Thank you so much all for joining me, and until next time, peace.